Draped of the shoulder of the very monster that she's hated since the beginning of Chainsaw Man Part 2, Asa Mitaka finally wakes up only to notice that she wasn't just saved by one Chainsaw Man, she was saved by 2 chains. Sorry, I must have downloaded the wrong version of that chapter from Bilibili. Finally, after 2 whole weeks of anticipation, we get the long-awaited follow-up to the confirmation of Fakesaw Man's existence in Chapter 128 of Chainsaw Man. But unfortunately for us, Chapter 129 of Chainsaw Man doesn't really give us much more to work with when it comes to figuring out the identity of this new mysterious imposter. But that said, there's still plenty for us to unpack here, so make sure you stick around for all the fun little discussions we're gonna have in this video. But before we get into any of the good stuff, remember to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. My end of the year goal is 5,000 subscribers, so all of your help means the world to me. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about some Chainsaw Man. Now, I really do wish there were more to go off of when it comes to figuring out the identity of Fakesaw Man, seeing as Fujimoto gave us a different angle of him in the first page of the new chapter, but in classic Fujimoto fashion, he keeps him intentionally obscured. One thing I thought was pretty interesting though is that Fakesaw Man clearly isn't wearing the same 4th East high school uniform that Denji is. This doesn't necessarily rule out Fakesaw Man as being a student like Denji, but it doesn't necessarily do anything to make a case for it either. So when it comes to all of these predictions saying that it's probably going to be Seigi Akoku or Haruka Isayumi or maybe even Hirofumi Yoshida, I still think we should take it all with a grain of salt. I talked about this a little bit last week as well, but Fakesaw Man's build and manner of speech doesn't really match up well with any other character that we know of yet. I kind of jokingly talked about how Fakesaw Man could potentially be Bro Benny all along, but you know, Fakesaw Man's a 6'7" Giga Chad and Bro Benny's 5 feet tall if he straightens his back enough. We still love a short king and all, but it's highly unlikely. So Asa and Denji are thrown out of hell by these gross penisy bug tentacles with claws at the end of them. Seriously, I cannot stress enough how weird it is to me that these tentacles have dick veins. I bet Fujimoto was eating a Snickers when he drew this part. I can't believe I'm getting sidetracked talking about cartoon dick veins, but Yoru yells to Asa that she needs to kill Chainsaw Man while he's down. Do it and I'll give you your body back, she ordered. But Asa hesitates, which leads Yoru to throw one of her famous tantrums that we haven't seen in a hot minute. But this actually brings up a pretty important point. If Yoru's so pissed at Asa for blowing this golden opportunity of killing Chainsaw Man, couldn't she just kill Asa for insubordination once this entire debacle blows over? Technically, Asa did the right thing for both of their sakes by saving Chainsaw Man so he can in turn save them, but Asa also just basically admitted that she doesn't even want to kill Chainsaw Man anymore. She said, if a piece of trash like him is allowed to keep living, then maybe it's okay for me to live too. I felt like that Anthony Mackie meme where he says, he's out of line, but he's right when I was reading that. God, imagine if Denji heard her say that and he was just like this in his head the whole time. But then Asa said the famous line that you're really not supposed to say because technically he's supposed to kill you if you say it. Save me, Chainsaw Man. Now, I really hope that this Save Me, Chainsaw Man rule only applies to devils, specifically calling for the Chainsaw Devil. But we know that Fujimoto loves to leave these things intentionally mysterious towards us because he loves to watch us suffer. Wouldn't it be hilarious if the apocalypse in Chainsaw Man was just a day of reckoning where the Chainsaw Devil somehow takes full control over Denji's body and just kills everyone that ever called to him for help? If I'm ever right on a stupid Hail Mary prediction like that, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. So the rest of chapter 129 is some of that classic balls to the walls Chainsaw Man action that we all know and love. But for me, and I'm assuming everyone else watching this video, the true highlight of this chapter was Denji refusing to steal from a woman, but not hesitating to kick a man off of his motorcycle and take it. I'm certain the day that Asa finds out that Denji was Chainsaw Man all along, that's gonna take away a few more of his Riz points. But before Asa can even find out that Chainsaw Man was just Denji all along, they still need to fight through hordes of devils to make it to sunrise. Unfortunately for us though, we're gonna have to fight the bi-weekly devil ourselves, seeing as there's going to be a 14-day break between chapter 129 and chapter 130. But despair not, because before we all have to go off on our merry ways, I still have to go over the comment of the day. This is the section where I take one of your guys' comments from my last chapter review video and showcase it for the entire class for show and tell. The comments can be anything from a cool theory or small detail to whatever down bad waifu/husbando fantasy that you can think of. Today's comment of the day is brought to us by Cedric Sinwine, where he says, I think Fakesaw Man is Seigi. My evidences are, 1. Yoru said that she knew that Chainsaw Man goes to the same school as Asa because of the school uniform's button. The first appearance of Seigi showed that he lost a button on his school uniform. 2. Yuko said that the Justice Devil didn't ask for anything in exchange for the Justice Power, literally a blank check. Later on, Fakesaw Man killed and probably ate Yuko. 3. Seigi equals justice. Seigi equals justice in reference to Seigi being the Japanese word for justice. Now, as for my own personal opinions on Seigi Akoku potentially being Fake Sawman, I'm still pretty unsure. Seeing as Fake Sawman had a very polite way of speaking in Japanese and Seigi Akoku has a very grandiose and self-assured way of speaking, I still don't really see it. But once again, Fujimoto could always surprise us, and I think Cedric did a really good job of presenting his evidence. Remember to leave your comments in the comment section down below on this video, and maybe we'll talk about it as the comment of the week in the next chapter review video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Watch this other quirky video that just appeared on your screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.